Good day, Methodist Dave here, professional theologian and Bible teacher with our daily devotional for Tuesday, March 3rd. I encourage you to read the entire chapter 3 of the book of Proverbs. Read a chapter for the day, and after a few months, you'll see that your life will begin to take a change. The wisdom that you come across there will help guide you throughout the decisions that you have to make in your life. Today, we are at verses 5 and 6 of chapter 3 here. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not rely on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he shall direct your paths. Being prudent, being wise requires hard work. You need to investigate, study, and make sound decisions based on the best ability of information that you can accumulate. It's not going to fall into your lap by itself. However, when you're willing to heed God's advice and God's instructions, then from time to time, God can direct your paths. Maybe show you something you hadn't seen. Maybe prevent you from making a decision that you shouldn't make. There's an old Garth Brooks song, and it goes like this: sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers. And it's about him and his wife bumping into his old flame at a fair. And he said, at the time, that was the one, that old flame, she was the one he wanted. And he prayed every night that God would make her mine. And God's like, nope, nope, nope. And that old relationship broke up, and then he met his current wife, and he's together with her, and he's happy, and he's got a happy family. And he says, I thank God for unanswered prayers. You know, sometimes God knows better. Something better was coming along. And sometimes, even though you've done the research and you've tried and worked hard, your plans don't pay out. And sometimes something comes from out of the blue. It's like you'd never thought of it. It was an opportunity that you never considered. And then it all of a sudden falls into your lap. There was a movie out about Roy Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, not the founder of McDonald's, but the man who made it and propelled McDonald's into what it was. He was a 55-year-old milkshake machine salesman. And he comes across this restaurant that had it down to a science that you could walk up, order a burger, and get a drink and a burger and fries in seconds, rapidly, when such a thing was unheard of. And he wanted in on that, and that became McDonald's. That you could get food rapidly. You know, he wasn't intended. That just fell into his lap. You know, if that isn't, an intervention from God that brought this man who was just trying to sell a milkshake machine and brought him into a multi-million-dollar global corporation. See, sometimes things like that happen if we're attentive to listening to God. And sometimes God doesn't always intervene because at the time you need to grow and struggle. No soldier ever goes into combat right the day they walk into boot camp. They're not ready for combat. They have to do their physical training. They have to do their military training. They have to do their mental training to get prepared for combat. And sometimes that difficult thing that you're going through, God has not abandoned you. God is teaching you how to deal with something because God knows that there's something coming down the road that this will prepare you for, and you'll be able to handle it. If you've got a question about this or any other subject, drop me an email, methodistdave@gmail.com. I appreciate the likes, appreciate the comments, and please hit the share and subscribe and recommend the channel to your friends. And until tomorrow, please be good to each other.